Hello friends, welcome to my channel Harshivo Edu, and today we are going to talk about Scrum Master interview questions and answers that are basically asked at Google, Microsoft, Amazon, IBM and many more top companies. Question 1. What is your understanding of Scrum? What do you understand by Scrum? So Scrum is a lightweight agile framework that helps us solve complex problems. Scrum is based on empiricism and lean thinking. Empiricism means knowledge that comes from experience, and lean thinking reduces the waste and focus on goal. Scrum is an iterative incremental approach to control risk. Scrum is based on three empirical pillars like transparency, inspection, and adoption. Scrum emphasizes teamwork, accountability, and iterative progress towards a well defined goal. As a Scrum Master, what metrics you should use to ensure the success of your project? Basically, to measure productivity. As a Scrum Master, there are several metrics that can be used to ensure the success of a project, including sprint velocity. This means the measure of the amount of the work completed by the team in a given sprint, means number of story points completed in a sprint, average of user story points basically. So sprint backlog burn down chart, next is that matrix. This chart shows the remaining work in the sprint backlog over time and can be used to track progress and identify any impediments. Sprint retrospective feedback, this includes feedbacks from team about what went well and what could be the improved what could have been improved in the previous sprint. So basically what went well, what went wrong. This information can be used to continuously improve the process and increase efficiency of the team. Customer satisfaction, this can be measured through customer feedback or surveys to gauge the success of the product from the customer's perspective. Time to market, cycle time, the time it takes for the product to be developed and delivered to the customer can be used to measure the project success. Return on investment, this metric measures the financial return on the investment made in the project. Defect density, the number of defects per unit of functionality can be used to measure the quality of the product. So basically risk calculation and sprint velocity, burn down chart, retrospective, these are the matrices that we use to ensure that our project is successful. Can you explain the role of the Scrum Master in a Scrum team? So as a Scrum team, as a Scrum Master, I conduct all the Scrum ceremonies such as stand-up meetings, sprint demo sessions, sprint retrospective session, sprint backlog grooming sessions, sprint planning and sprint hardening sessions. I facilitate team members to follow all the agile best practices and create an ideal agile environment. I help team remove impediments and escalate impediments that is outside of team's purview and ensure that the team is on track and team achieves the target. I communicate with a wide variety of vendors, stakeholders, both business and technical stakeholders to ensure that the value is driven, to ensure that we have value driven delivery. What is agile? Agile development is an iterative approach to build your product. Agile is the ability to create and respond to change. It breaks the product down into a smaller pieces that undergo shorter cycle of requirement definition, design and coding. Agile software development processes are faster with respect to delivery and customer feedback. Agile has shorter development cycles. This means you can react to the change in market or other new information more quickly. Agile has active customer involvement that helps for better output. Agile deliverables are goal based instead of plan based, and changes in requirements are based on business priority. Why agile? Why do we use agile? In what scenarios we use agile? We need agile because the traditional software development processes are too heavyweight and cumbersome. Traditional software development is too rigid. Difficulty with incomplete and changing requirements because of the cone of the uncertainty. Longer development cycles give delayed outcomes. Receives back feedback late in agile. We receive in waterfall. Receive feedback late in the cycle, which leads to estimation error. Customer involvement is at initial phase and at the end of the cycle. So this is why by the time the product is developed, the requirement changes. So and we result as totally waste of time. So this is why we use agile, so that we can monitor the progress of the project very efficiently. How do you handle conflicts within a team? So, as a Scrum Master, my role is to facilitate communication and understanding within the team. In the event of a conflict, I would facilitate a discussion to understand the root cause and help the team members find a resolution that works for everyone. Can you give an example of how you have coached a development team to improve their performance? I have previously worked with a development team that was struggling with meeting their sprint goals. I have helped team identify their bottlenecks and facilitated discussions on how they could improve their processes. This resulted in team becoming more efficient and meeting their sprint goals consistently. How do you ensure that Scrum processes is followed during a project? As a Scrum Master, I would make sure that the team is trained on the Scrum methodology and its principles. I would also regularly review the team's processes to ensure they are following the Scrum framework and provide guidance and coaching as needed. How do you keep the team motivated and focused on delivering high quality work? I believe in regularly acknowledging the team's achievement and successes, providing opportunities for skill development, and creating a positive work environment that fosters collaboration and open communication. So, appreciation does work if you work hard, and a little bit email saying that great work, keep it up. It boosts the team, and they actually work really good. So, always appreciate your team as a scrum master. I also make sure that the team has a clear understanding of the project goals and how their work contributes to overall success of the project. So when the team works on a user story, so we have to make sure that they know why they are working on. They already know that what they are working on, but why they are working on these user stories, what is the main functionality of it, how it's gonna help business. As a scrum master, it is my responsibility to make them ensure that they know the business of the work. Can you explain the sprint retrospective and its importance? The sprint retrospective is a event, scrum event, where team reflects on the previous sprint and identifies areas for improvement. So basically we discuss what went well and what went wrong and what are the areas of improvement. It is an opportunity for the team to identify what went well and what could be done better in the future. The sprint retrospective is important because it helps the team continuously improve and increase their efficiency. How do you handle team members who are not meeting their sprint commitments? As a scrum master, I would first have a one on one conversation with the team member to understand the reason for the issue. If necessary, I would involve the rest of the team to find a resolution and provide support and coaching to help the team member meet their commitments in the future. Can you explain the definition of done in the Scrum team? Done in Scrum refers to criteria that a product backlog items must meet in order to be considered complete. It is shared understanding between the development team and the product owner on what constitutes a finished product backlog item. How do you prioritize product backlog and ensure the most valuable items are worked on first? The product backlog item is prioritized by the product owner in the collaboration with stakeholders. As a Scrum Master, I facilitate the prioritization process and help product owner understand the team's capacity and capability. This ensures that the most valuable items are worked on first and that the team is delivering the maximum value to the customer. How do you handle conflicts within the team? Conflicts within a team are normal part of any project. It can be resolved through active listening, open communication, and finding a solution that works for everyone. As a Scrum Master, I would encourage the team to have a healthy and respectful debate, help facilitate discussions to resolve the conflict, and promote a collaborative environment. Can you tell us about a time when you had to change the approach of a project midway? Changing the approach of a project midway can happen due to various reasons, such as a new information being available, changes in stakeholder expectations, or a better solution being identified. In such a scenario, as a Scrum Master, I had an open, respectful, and transparent discussion with the team and stakeholders. I had re-evaluated the project goals and prioritized the and together and prioritizes and together came up with a revised plan that incorporates the necessary changes. How do you ensure that team is following agile principles? As a Scrum Master, I lead by example and demonstrate the importance of following agile principles. I regularly review the team's progress and provide feedback and facilitate retrospectives to identify the areas for improvement. Additionally, I encourage the team to continuously learn and improve their agile practices. And it works well. Can you walk us through a sprint planning session you facilitated? During a sprint planning session, I would first review the product backlog and ensure the items are well identified and understood by the team. I would then facilitate a discussion between the team and the product owner to prioritize the items are upcoming for the upcoming sprint. Once the team has a clear understanding of sprint goal and the items to be completed, they would break down the items to smaller tasks and estimate the effort required. How do you handle changes in the project requirement? In Agile, changes are expected and welcomed as they can often result in a better solution. As a Scrum Master, I would ensure that any changes in the project requirements are discussed with the team and stakeholders and that a plan is put in place to incorporate the changes into the project. This could involve reprioritizing the backlog, adjusting the sprint goal, or extending the sprint duration. Thank you very much. Please do subscribe to my channel and like this video. It will definitely help me in making more meaningful videos. Bye for now.